player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On play action, now Carr. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. They push it back 8 yards that time on second down.
What the goal is to get back into this game. The offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. They need 12 here. It's third down.
6-18.
Now Carr. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. On the return, it's Rodgers. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Hurts. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And quickly they get to the line. Now Hurts going to move him around.
31-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Second and 10.
Hey, 73, 73.
Option handoff for Gainwell. 5 yards. Now it's third and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here is third and 5. They'll look to throw here. And it is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now a first and 10 at the 11.
Hey, Silver.
They'll set up to throw. Being chased down left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Now a play fake. Carr. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, third and long. Looking to throw. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to fourth down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to have the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard. That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 15. First down, New Orleans.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
We're good. 93. 90. Go. That's it.
Now Carr. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
17 yards. 29. Down, Saints.
Carr now on first down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Right now. Saints, first down.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout. 5 receivers in the game, 4 of them to the left side. Carr to throw again. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 89 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught by a diving Thomas. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Going right back to Michael Thomas. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. On play action, it's Carr. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Williams is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. The Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And somewhat surprisingly, a fair catch called for on the short kick, so no return. And they'll begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Eagles on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out.
Looking into the snowflakes, and he muffs it. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Throwing on first down is Carr. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Play action. Now it's Carr. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. Carr's throw caught by Olave. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now this throw caught left side. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26.
Now! What in it? Hey, we're good. You're Mike.
Here's Carr. He completes it to Olave. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
What now?
Here we go, 1st and goal.
6-18.
Carr. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints get a bit closer. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if you're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that in Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. And that's caught at the 2. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. 2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Hassan Reddick in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Here's 2nd down. Now Carr. That one complete down the field to Smith. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And the Saints, first down.
Throwing his Carr. This is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completion.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Eagles 31. Saints
So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. So they needed the onside kick. They got it. Now they need a field goal.
And that's the beauty of this. They don't have to get 6. A field goal ties the ball game for them. Nicely executed play.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Carr to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. Well, they'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Carr. This is Smith to the ground. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
What now?
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
694.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this one is right down Broadway. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't settle things. It's going to take overtime to figure out who wins the George Halas Trophy and punches their ticket to the Super Bowl. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now if the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
First throw of overtime for Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well. But nice start for them here to overtime, and maybe the plan here is don't do anything too crazy. Don't try for some big play, Charles. Just move the chains, put the pressure on the defense.
Well, these early first downs are certainly nice confidence builders as they begin overtime, because even though you've just played 4 quarters, the feeling's entirely different when you take the field in OT.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on 2nd down here. intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
That is just a gigantic interception here in overtime of this playoff game. And now, Charles, all they need is 3 to win it.
That's exactly right, because now one possession, one field goal gets it done. They force a lot of big turnovers in the regular season, Brandon, but none come bigger than that one right there. Here in the playoffs, they've got a chance to put this one away.
Finding his way through contact. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
101 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line. All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
DeMarco Jackson, the man to bring him down defensively.
You know, Charles, just thinking about it, plenty of recent conference championship games have needed OT to decide who goes to the Super Bowl.
And we go back a little ways, can't we? Go back 2012. Giants in San Francisco. That was an overtime game. The Giants ended up going on to the Super Bowl. How about the one where the Giants went to Green Bay, Lambeau, and beat the magic of that stadium in that freezing, bitterly cold game and got it done there.
That was 2008. It was absolutely freezing, and they went on to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl that year. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This for a trip to the Super Bowl. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now.
63, 63, 63.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, partner, recent conference championship games that have been needed to decide who goes to the Super Bowl. What do you got?
Well, if we go back to 2015, how about Green Bay at Seattle? It looks like Green Bay's got this thing. Russell Wilson and Jermaine Curtis, that gets it done. And then go back to 2010. We think Brett Favre, with the Vikings, has the destiny, but they're New Orleans. It's the Saints, and they get it done. And in overtime, go on to the Super Bowl. They won that one. They beat the Colts, correct?
A couple of the more memorable ones for sure.
The Eagles are good.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up what's for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes.